Have you ever imagined a world where ants, those tiny creatures we usually think of as harmless, suddenly grow bigger than humans? Not in science fiction movies or comic books. Imagine, tomorrow morning you open the door and see a giant army of ants strolling through the city. Ants taller than humans, as powerful as super warriors. So, what would happen if ants were no longer tiny but bigger than us? Let's find out in this video. Ants are famous for their exceptional strength. They can lift objects up to 50 times their body weight. Imagine if they were as big as humans. An ant would be able to lift an entire car and could run faster than Usain Bolt without tiring. Now, imagine what would happen if humans had to face them. This is a humorous hypothetical, but with that kind of strength, it could actually pose a serious danger to humans, including you and me. But it's not just about strength. Ants are naturally very organized creatures. If they were of enormous size, they would have an extremely tight social behavior system. Their organization operates with collective consciousness, where there is no argument and every decision is made quickly. If ants were as intelligent as humans, they wouldn't just invade cities, they would dominate every ecosystem. They would build their colonies right on top of cities, replacing infrastructure, destroying buildings to make their homes, turning entire areas into ant territories. But the ants' invasion wouldn't stop at cities. Ecosystems would be thrown into chaos. Ants don't just eat plants, they're predators too. Imagine if giant ants started hunting small animals, from squirrels and rabbits to birds. The entire food chain would be completely disrupted. If the population of giant ants grew too large, they could destroy entire natural ecosystems. Other animal species wouldn't be able to survive, and Earth would face a serious biological imbalance. But the most dangerous thing is psychological. Can humans withstand the physical strength of ants? And what if giant ants weren't just a physical threat, but also an invisible enemy? A super collective intelligence? Could we even find a way to negotiate with them? They wouldn't just terrify us with their size, they would force us to confront questions about power, freedom, and survival. With both greater intelligence and strength, it would be incredibly difficult for us, a species that once stood at the top of the food chain, to fight back. If they became giants, ants would, as usual, seek out places with food, like supermarkets, to gnaw through everything. They would devour all of our supplies, leaving us in a severe food shortage crisis. When science could no longer provide answers, many began to believe that the rise of the ants was nature's punishment. New cults emerged, worshipping the ants as supreme deities, the six-legged gods. They believed that humanity must learn to submit to the natural order and abandon its arrogance. In abandoned cities, ant murals appeared everywhere, sometimes depicting the creatures in strange meditative poses. So, if ants became gigantic, would we still be the dominant species on this planet? Or would we become an invaded species, just another link in the food chain of giant ants? What would happen if they not only ruled the world, but also controlled the way we live, think, and feel? Share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about a world where giant ants exist? Don't forget to like and share this video to explore this fantasy world with your friends.